Hi everyone, honeycombfit.com. Happy Friday afternoon. It is Friday, right? Yes, happy Friday afternoon. Hey Ling, oh I'm so happy you're here. Well you guys, I have the most special guest to kick off today's Damn Good Yoga Flow. I am so excited and I'm gonna leave you in suspense because he's going to join us right now. As soon as I can get him in. All right. Well, now you know who is he? We'll see. While we're waiting for he to join us, make sure you guys have blocks and a mat.
Hey, good morning. Good afternoon, I should say.
Is that the Stanley Cup winning former New York Ranger Mark Messier on our Instagram?
Absolutely. And I just want to personally welcome you to our Honeycomb platform, the home of health and wellness. And we are so excited to have you and everything that you stand for and everything that you do for us. So I hope you have a great time today and many successes on with us at Honeycomb.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's such an honor to be part of the family. You guys are building something very special at a time where a lot of people need it. And I'm really curious to know about your background in yoga, because I know that it's really changed, you know, your life in a way, especially when you were playing. So I just want to know a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so for me, I was always interested in Eastern and Western philosophies and medical practices and different ideas around health and wellness. I first had a class in yoga in the late 70s when I first started playing professional hockey in the off season, and I couldn't believe how good it made me feel. It was one of the hot classes, and I think you mentioned a certain type of yoga. I did it in the off seasons for many years there while training and weightlifting and all that. But yoga really kind of kept me flexible. It kept me away from injuries for the most part, and I really became entrenched in the idea and the meditative state that would put me in before and after. So I just really loved it. And but not only did I love that part of it, but it really was good for me for my hockey career.
Yeah. I mean, totally. We talked a little earlier. You know, I don't know if you guys are new to me. I was on Broadway for 15 years. And the same thing, when I found yoga, I did it just to keep myself from getting injured. And that was neat. But what I didn't expect was that it would help me with stage fright and handling dressing room politics and handling all the stress that comes with performing at such a high level like the NHL or Broadway, which is ultimately why I became a yoga teacher in the first place. So.
Well, I think that the awareness that it brings to you for the personal awareness was amazing. I didn't expect that really. And I had heard about it, but I never really experienced it until I actually had that first class in the 70s. It made me a believer in everything that yoga has to stand for. And I can only tell you that we are so thrilled for you to join us to give all our followers the choices that they need. And that's one of the things about Honeycomb is we want something for everybody. And you bring a great skill set to us that we're very excited about.
Well, again, I echo those sentiments. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled to start to know some of you guys who are following us and, you know, and then keep the interaction going because it's important stuff. Well, are you going to be doing the class with us today on the screen or what's happening? Can we see
absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to hang up and let you start the class, but I will be following you not only today, but for many days because I need to get back into it.
You know what? We all need it right now. So I'll see you from behind the lens today and then see you soon.
All the best to you and thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Mark. All right.
Sure.
I'm going to say goodbye and then
goodbye.
Bye. Hi. How cool was that? Just, you know, no big deal. One of the most famous hockey players in the world. So he, I, and we shall start this flow. I will get no longer creepily close to the screen. All right, guys, so I want you to make sure you have 2 blocks. And if you don't have 2 blocks, no big deal. Anytime I have you put your hands on blocks or hold one, you just kind of pretend there's a block there, or your hands will be on them a little bit, put your hands on the ground, okay? No big deal. So you're gonna come to join me in a comfortable cross-legged seat on your mat. And then have your other block handy. Good. We're just going to start to ground down into the breath. So you'll go ahead, place your palms face down on your thighs and close your eyes. And with your eyes close, I just want you to start to find the breath. You'll go in through your nose and out through the mouth. And as you breathe these deeper breaths, feel free to let a sigh go out of the mouth when you exhale. Notice if your shoulders are kind of all crazy up by your ears. Notice if your jaw is locked, your fingers, and just land here. Okay, landing into this practice today for the next 40 or so minutes with me. And what we're exploring today is the idea of jumping. And since I'm Captain Obvious, we will jump. We will leave the ground today. And if that scares you already, that's a good thing. Run towards it. Right now, in the world, we've been doing so much self-inquiry, and we need to be doing it. And it's this opportunity for us to acknowledge the things that we've known to be true, and then the opportunity for us to take the leap, to take the jump, to take the risk. And a lot of people are doing it. You know, one of my best friends is moving in with a guy she's known for a month. There is no time frames anymore. There is no what you should do. There is only what your alignment and your truth wants to do. And our job as humans, but also as yogis on the mat, is to mirror that in our physical practice. So then when we leave this practice today, I want each of you to go out and feel empowered, maybe to take a jump, right? To take a leap, to take that risk you've been wanting to take. All right, we don't have enough time. I'll stop talking. One more deep breath in through your nose. And a nice big breath out of the mouth. Good. Take your block, place it between your hands, and if you don't have a block, just hold your hands above your head. You can always use books, something with a little bit of weight. Plug your shoulders away from your ears. Close your eyes. Knit the ribs in, lift the low belly up and in, and I want you to kind of wiggle the waist to feel a lot longer than you really are. Right? So imagine every time your hands are above your head today, you grow 2 more feet. Almost could be as tall as Mark Messier. All right. Squeeze the hands into the block like crazy. And then start to lengthen even more. Lifting the belly up and then knitting the ribs in. And there are some schools of yoga that make you do this for 10 minutes. We don't have that kind of time today. So just a few more breaths to feel. I want you to feel the wrapping in of the arm bones and the dropping of the shoulder blades. Take one more breath in. Float your eyes open. On the exhale, you're going to reach your block slowly, slowly down. Squeeze, 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 squeeze the block. And then let it go. Lift your butt up. The other block, maybe in a tabletop. Shoulders are over your wrists. Hips are over your knees. Now check out your fingers. Make sure they're spread nice and wide. We're going to start to take a few cat-cows to warm up the spine. Inhale, arc the spine. Exhale, push the floor away and around. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, look up. Exhale, round the spine. Now I want you to keep doing this, cat-cow. Notice what's happening into your shoulder blades. When you cow, I want you to try to touch your shoulder blades like you're squeezing something between them. When you cat, I want you to open them. Find your breath and just move. And we're going to do a lot of shoulder blade protraction and retraction today. And if you're like, I have no idea what that is, don't worry. When I teach, I like to make it very digestible. So just think shoulders open, shoulders kiss. Okay. And then next time your shoulders open, you find a little cat, tuck your toes, lift your hips. It's a downward facing dog. Right? You can move around a little bit, pedal your feet out. Also want to mention that we are going to be on the wrist today, so if you have any wrist injuries, modifiers you need and always listen to the body, right? Let the neck relax. Start to find your ujjayi breath in through the nose, out through the nose, constricting the back of your throat. Step your feet together like a little tail. Swing your right leg back, and I want you to keep your hips nice and square today. Imagine you're going to touch the right heel to the upper wall behind you, and now push the floor down away with your hands. Take an inhale. Shoulders over wrists, knee to nose, really lift your back up, exhale. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, dome your spine. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, your knee to your nose. Look forward. Step your foot between your hands. Drop your back knee, uncurl your toes. And you'll reach your arms all the way up to the sky. And you'll plug your shoulders away from your ears. And we're going to do this a lot today. Flex your wrists like you're holding up the sky. Lift through your belly. Step through your right foot. Yeah, and then I want you to try to stay out of the back bend. Keep everything wrapped in. You'll see why later. Stay there. Something happened to my music. Hold your lunge. Good. Do a little bit of DJing. Well, I just don't know where it went. All right, take one more nice deep breath in through the nose. And a big breath out of the mouth. Good. One more breath in. And then exhale, you're going to reach your hands forward like you're saying stop to someone. Good. Now I want you to bring your shoulder blades together and then open them up. And then kiss them and then open them. Kiss them, keep them kissing, open your right arm into a twist. Again, it's like you want to push two walls away from yourself. Good. Take an inhale and then come forward like you're high-fiving someone. Lower your left hand on the ground, reach your right arm up into twist. Now imagine that you're, again, pushing something away up top into the ceiling. Reach your right arm over your ear, frame your right toes. Shift back, straighten your right leg. You're in half Hanumanasana. So butt goes back, heart goes forward. Good, keep lengthening through the spine. Good, bend back into that right knee. Plant the left hand down, reach the right arm up and twist. Tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. And imagine, again, you're hugging that right side of your rib cage, opening your arms. Reach your right arm over your ear, land to the inner right foot. Parallel the left foot to the back of the mat. Partner your arms up and you're in a nice early warrior two. Yeah, so dig your feet into the ground and flex your wrists. And now point the wrists and flex them. It feels kind of silly, but we're warming up the wrists, right? You gotta warm them up if you're gonna stand on them. Keep doing that. I'm just gonna do one more thing to the musica. There we go. All right, point and flex. Straighten your right leg, take your arms over your head, flex your wrists. Huge bend in the knees, take the butt back, reach forward, land your hands to the ground. And then start to just move your body side to side, take a nice easy sway. So what's going to be important today is when we find these really strong shapes, we've got to find time to be soft too. That's the balance. Back to center, little half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale forward. Turn your right toes forward, supported warrior three. Lift your left leg behind you. Right, and I want you to think, touch the head to the wall in front of you and your left heel behind you so you get really, really long, square the hips. Take the knee to the nose, step the feet together. Lift your heels up high, bend your knees, sit on your heels. Grab the block, if you don't have one, no big deal, roll on your back. Straighten your legs up to the sky. Put the block between your ankles, reach your arms up. On the inhale, reach your legs to hover over the ground. On the exhale, lift your legs up, grab your block. Inhale, reach your arms over your head this time. Exhale, lift your block back up between the ankles. So you're just switching. Inhale, lower the legs. Exhale, lift the legs. Inhale, lower the block. Exhale, lift the block. One more round. Inhale, lower the legs. Exhale, lift the legs. Inhale, lower the block. Exhale, lift the block. Put the block between your thighs. Grab the back of your hamstrings. Rock up and down the length of the spine, building some momentum. Lift your hips, Uttanasana, forward fold. Good. Shake a little bit, bend into the knees. Take a half lift, grab the block. Exhale, place it down to the ground. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Reach up, lift up, look up. Exhale, bring your prayer to your heart. Your arms by your side. Inhale, reach your arms up, flex your wrists, bring your feet together. Utkatasana, chair pose, sit low. So again, you want to think, push the heels of the hands forward, biceps by your ears. Ribs stay knitted in, sit into your heels. Inhale, straighten the legs, stay out of the back bend. Exhale, huge bend, reach your hands forward, land them to the ground. Take a half lift, lengthen your spine. Plant your palms, step your left foot back, and your right foot back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Only drop your knees on the exhale. Here's where the shoulder blades come into play. Kiss your shoulder blades, drop your chest an inch. Open your shoulder blades, push the floor away. Kiss the shoulder blades, drop the chest, arms are strong, open the shoulder blades. Kiss the shoulder blades, bend your elbows halfway, push into the feet, lift the knees and the thighs, you're in an upward facing dog. Roll your shoulders back, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Feet step tail, left leg lifts, keep it square, reach and elongate. Take an inhale, knee to nose, round, exhale. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog, knee to nose and round. Inhale, kick back, knee to nose, look forward, step your foot between your hands. Drop your back knee, uncurl your toes. Reach your arms up high, flex your wrists, wrap the arm bones in. Remember that containment, right? And then straight forward with the gaze. And then checking if your face is screwing itself up. Usually this kind of works like, chill out, breathe. Reach your hands forward like you're saying stop. Touch your shoulder blades, open your shoulder blades. Touch them, open them. Touch them, keep them kissing, open up your left arm. Right, so it's like your arms are pushing apart from one another, your low belly's lifting up. High five someone in front of you, reach the right arm forward, 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 land it to the ground, you're gonna twist. Yeah, now this is gonna get really annoying having your wrists flex like this. It's gonna make you stronger. A lot of things that we do to make us stronger sometimes can be annoying. Reach your left arm over your ear, pointing your toes. Shift back, straighten your left leg. Now send the butt back and the heart forward, right? Keep lengthening through your body. Bend back into that left knee. Plant the right palm, lift the left arm up your back in that twist. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Good, hug everything in on this one, wrap that right shoulder under. Reach the left arm over the ear, plant it to the inner left foot. Parallel your right foot, cartwheel your arms up as a warrior two with your wrists flexed. And point the flex a little bit. I'm super into finding moments when you're doing yoga where you can like get down a little bit. Go ahead. Warm up those wrists. And you'll straighten the left leg, hands above the head, flex the wrist. Booty goes way back, hands go forward. And then let your body just soften here. Sway and move. And then come back to center, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Left toes forward, supported warrior three. Reach your right leg up. Now notice, that's open hips. You want to close the hips. It's going to be really important. Ribs sitting in, head is going forward. Take your knee to your nose, step your feet together, Uttanasana. Lift your heels, bend your knees, all the way back onto the back, put that block, take it between the legs. You put everything together. Inhale, lengthen the legs and the arms over the head. Exhale, lift everything up, grab your block, we switch. Inhale, block over here. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, everything open, belly engaged. Exhale, lift. 3 more, inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. Last one, inhale, open. Exhale, lift. Lock between your thighs, grab the back of your hamstrings and rock. Up and down the length of the spine. And you'll build momentum. Try not to use your hands. Whoop, forward fold. You might have lost the block. And then let your body be here. Pour the weight forward into the balls of the feet. Take that block, place the block off of the mat. All the way up to stand. Reach your arms up high. Bring your prayer to your heart. Arms lift, flex the wrist if you're holding up the sky, sit into a chair pose. Wrap the arms in. Ribs and belly, they're your power source. I make very strange noises when I teach, so if you're new to me, you might feel like a little strange at first. But then you might find yourself making those noises with me. So jump with the belly. Straighten your legs, lift up. Reach the hands forward, butt goes back, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Plant your palms, right foot, left foot, downward facing dog. Come forward to a high plank, and we're going to do the same thing we plank did on our knees. Drop your chest an inch, touch your shoulder blades. Open your shoulder blades, push the floor away. Kiss the shoulder blades, open them. A few more times, it's subtle, and it's really hard. Kiss the shoulder blades, open them up. Now you're going to kiss the shoulder blades, stay there. Chaturanga, bend your elbows halfway. Upward dog, nothing touches the mat. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels, look forward, and just take tiny little steps to the top of the mat. And I want you to grab both of your blocks. Just going to turn it down a smidge. And you're going to place them on the lowest height, shoulder width. Come all the way up to standing. Again, if you don't have blocks, you can do this with us. The blocks just give you a little lift. Fair to your heart. Now have a moment here. Close your eyes. Think about something in your life that you are now hearing, like a resonant truth. And you know you have to leave. You know you have to jump. You know you have to take the risk. And maybe there's been something holding you back. Okay? And then just make a promise, as we leave the ground today, you'll let some of that go. Alright? Starting now to start A with blocks, jumping. Inhale, reach your arms up, flex your wrists. Butt goes back, heart goes forward, spread your fingers like crazy. Now inhale, half lift, pause for a minute. Push more weight into your hands, lift your heels up. Now bring your shoulders forward a little more than you want to. Bend your knees, look where you're going. Think of shooting your butt straight up, get height, shoot your legs back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. We'll have more chances at that. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Lift the heel, look forward. Step into your hands, lift your hips, feet go between the blocks. Half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Bring your prayer to your heart. Let's try it again. Lift your hands up, flex your wrists. Butt back, hands forward, land them to the blocks. Half lift, wrap your arm bones in like rods. Bend your knees, hips go up. Catch yourself in chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. On empty, lift the heels. Look between your blocks. Arms are straight and strong as you hop forward. Half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand and reach up. Bring your prayer to your heart. It's the last round. Arms lift, flex your wrists. Butt back, heart forward, fold. Inhale to half lift. Plant your palms, lift your heels, look forward. Think go up and then back. One day that could be a handstand. Upward dog, you could. Downward dog. When 3 rounds of breath, move your blocks out of your way. Notice how your body feels. You might let a sigh go out of the mouth. Good, you just have 1 round of the big flow today. Step your feet together. Lift your right leg up, inhale. Step your right foot between your hands, high lunge. Arms reach all the way up. Flex your wrists, wrap your arm bones in. This back leg wants to be straight like a rod. The lower belly wants to be lifting. And the gaze is forward. Stay out of the back bend, yeah? Reach your hands forward. Shoulder blades kiss. Shoulder blades open. Shoulder blades kiss because they love each other. Open your right arm out. So right now, this twisted lunge. High five somewhere in front of you. Reach the palm down. Lower the left hand, right arm lifts your hip twist. Take your right arm over your ear. Frame your right toes. Straighten your right leg, and then this big loungy pyramid pose. Now wrap the right hip back. You can always take your hands on blocks. Or whatever you have handy. Books, water bottles, Bend back into that right knee. Plant the left hand. Reach the right arm up and twist. Right arm goes over your ear. Land your right hand to the inner right foot. Parallel your left foot, side angle pose. Lift your left arm up. And you guessed it, flex your wrist. Now that same feeling you had pushing apart, that's what you want to find in your side angle. You can always take your hand onto a block. Now wrap the chest open. Lengthen through the left leg, to the belly. Breathe. Good. Lift yourself all the way up. If you used a block, move it out of your way. Warrior two. Straighten your legs, fly your warrior, flex your wrists. Booty back, heart forward, come down. Now, you're gonna walk your hands forward, kind of like a down dog, and send your hips back. What I want you to do is bring the shoulders forward, over the wrists on an inhale. Exhale, send your hips back. So just get used to that. Shoulders come forward, hips go back. This time, lift your heels, dome your spine, push the floor away forward, drop your head. Heels go back, look between your hands. Do a few more of these. Ooh, push the floor away, lower your heels back. Push the floor away, come forward, really push into your hands, open your shoulder blades. Heels go back. Let your hands come under your shoulders, take a half lift, and let it go. Turn your right toes forward, it's a standing split now. I'll move back to my mat so you can see me. And I want you to walk your hands a little further forward, so your hands and your right foot make a triangle. Same thing, lift the right heel, just move the weight forward, and then come back. Imagine pushing the floor away, and then come back. One more like that, and then come back. Take your knee, your nose, step your feet together, forward, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, reach up. Bring your prayer to your heart. Reach the hands up, flex the wrists, sit into a chair pose. Hands forward, I love repetition, kiss your shoulder blades. Open them. Kiss them, open up your right arm. High five someone in front of you. Hook your left elbow to the outer right thigh. Your right arm goes up and then twist. Keep pulling that left hip back, pushing the right hand to the side. Reach both of your arms up, flex your wrists, bring your right knee into the air. Kick your right heel forward, bend your right knee. Kick your heel forward, bend your knee. Kick your heel forward, warrior three with your hands flexed. Whoa, wrap your right hip down. And then imagine, you're 8 feet long now. Unless you really are, then imagine you're 10 feet long. Don't make jokes while balancing. Okay. Breathe. Okay, bring the right knee forward. Step the feet together. Hands go forward, forward, forward. Half lift. Remember the feeling of the blocks. Plant your palms. Bend your knees. Now lift your hips up. Whoa. Chaturanga. You might have had a little float. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Step your feet together with that left leg up. Step your foot through, you're in a lunge. Come up, high lunge. Flex your wrists. Remember that lift of the belly, the sharpening of the right leg. Wrap your arms in. And stay and breathe. And make sure it's not like. Okay, good. We have time. Excellent. Time is on our side. Reach your hands forward. Kiss your shoulder blades. Open them. Kiss them. Keep them kissing. Yep. Oh shoot, we're on the other side. So that's what happens. Nope, we're on the right direction. Just open your arms. Don't check the time. High five someone in front of you. And then lower your right hand to the ground. There we go. Hug your body in. If I had my way, I would teach 2-hour yoga classes every day, but we're quarantined and there are kids that need us, school to be taught, meals to be made. We can get it all in a short period of time. Reach your left arm over your ear, frame your left toes. Straighten your left leg and you're in this big modified pyramid. Now wrap the left hip back, send the heart forward. Keep lengthening past your big toes. Bend that left knee, reach the left arm up, hold up the step. Take your left arm over your ear, land it to the inner left foot. Side angle, parallel your right foot, reach your right arm up, and then flex your wrist. Now remember, a block, if it helps you to feel spacious, is a really beautiful option in this. Think about the right rib cage. That's what's wrapping open. The right foot is pushing back. Then keep wrapping open. Deep breaths. Are you flexing that right wrist still? I know it's getting annoying and I'm sorry. All right, come all the way up. Warrior two. Here's where we play a little, first time. Straighten your legs, arms over your head. Stick your butt back, reach your hands forward, land them to the ground. Good. Now walk your hands forward like a down dog. I'm going to face you. You stay facing where you are just so you can see what I'm talking about. I want you to come forward just like we did with your shoulders over your wrists. Now that's an important part of getting off the ground. And then go back. And then come forward, lift your heels, draw your spine. And then go back. Now, if you're feeling like you want to try it, bend your knees, look between your hands. Next time you come forward, push into your hands, lift your legs up, and then take them back down again. And if that seems scary to you, lift your big toe off the mat, a seven here. You don't have to jump high, but you do have to keep your arms super engaged like rods, your belly pulling in, and it's just a stacking game. Take a few more of these. And if you still are like, oh, I'm really scared, do one. Just try it. I promise you will not get hurt. But you might actually find that you surprise yourself. And then when you're done, I'll show you my butt again. Forward fold. There we go. Good. And catch your breath and notice how you feel. Just let your head relax. Ooh, catch your breath. Take a little half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Left toes go forward, it's a standing split. Lift your right leg up. And you're going to walk your hands a little more forward. They might even come off your mat. And then make that little triangle again. Find that feeling. Come forward into the hands. Go back. When you come forward, lift up the low belly. Go back. Come forward. Go back. Take your knee to your nose. Step your feet together, Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend your knees, come all the way up to stand, reach up. Bring your prayer to your heart. Almost done on this side. Reach those arms up, flex the wrists. Utkatasana, chair pose, sit low. Hands go forward, shoulder blades kiss. Hands go forward, shoulder blades kiss, left arm opens. High five, hook your elbow, and then look up maybe at your left fingers. So you start to see how all this repetition in your practice opens up your body more and more and more. Keep wrapping that left shoulder down your back. And you notice that having moved your body in this way, your brain probably hasn't thought about any of the stuff it's been on repeat with. That's the goal, at least. Good, come all the way back up to stand. Arms reach, wrists flex. Bend your left knee. Straighten your left leg. Bend your left leg. Straighten your left leg, keep your ribs in. Bend your left leg. Straighten your left leg, pause, swing it back as your heart goes forward, so it's like a pendulum. This is going to become muy importante later on. Wrap your left hip down. Spread your fingers wide. I know your wrists are getting tired. We'll stretch them in a second. Okay, bring that left knee forward again. Feet step, hands go shoop, and you come all the way to the ground. Half left. Just fold on this side. Widen your feet hip width apart. Padahastasana, step on your hands. Palms are facing up, fingers are back by your heels. And you want to feel the weight nice and forward, okay? Let the neck relax. Half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your elbows, let your head hang heavy. You might flutter your lips. You can bend your knees as much as you need to get your hands under your feet. I should have mentioned that. I love when people are like, I can't touch my toes, I can't do yoga. I'm like, bend your knees, yo. And then after yo, I say namaste. No, I don't, I'm just kidding. All right, there you go. Okay. Step off with your hands. Roll yourself all the way up. Reach your arms up, lift up, look up. Bring your prayer to your heart again and close your eyes for a minute. I need you to go back to that thing that might be holding you back from flying. Right? I need you to go back in your body, in your heart, and your brain. And remember that fear is just excitement without breath. That's not my quote, that's one of my favorites. So what I'm going to ask you to do next is going to require a little bit of breath and not a lot of fear. Float your eyes open. Okay, so you can grab the blocks that you might have, and if you don't, you're just going to use your hands. If you have your blocks, they're going to be about a foot-ish from the top of the mat. Blocks are an aid in the practice. They're not for beginners. They actually help you advance. So if you're in a yoga class, you're like, I'm not going to take a block because that means I'm not as good. Blocks, all day, every day. Okay, my PSA is over. This is what we're doing. It'll all look familiar and it'll all come together. I'm going to break it down slowly on one side and then we'll go for it, yeah? About the build-up, there's so much drama. What's going to happen? Okay, arms are up. Boom. Wrists are flexed, shoulders are dropped. Belly's pulled in, right knee lifts, right? We've done this. Right leg straightens, done that. You're gonna swing your right leg back. You're gonna have your hands on the blocks or on the floor. And what's gonna happen is you'll push into the hands, arm bones rapid, and then you'll have a little hop into that left foot. Except there won't be a pause. So you're gonna have a childlike sense of wonder about this. You will not flip over if you keep your ribs in and your legs in this L shape. I'll show you what it looks like and then start to come into it with me. If you don't want to do a hop, just do a standing split, but try the hop. Try. Arms up is what it looks like. One swoop, you can't hesitate. Right leg straightens, swing, land, lift. Ah, come down. Maybe you don't even touch the ground. Straighten, swing, land. Okay, so try a few of these. And look, this is what it looks like if you leave the ground a centimeter. You still left the ground. And then it gets higher and higher and higher. Now, the thing to remember is shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. The stacking game is what gets you in the air. Right? So you just keep taking a few of these L-shaped handstand hops. Oh, yeah. And then, whenever you've had enough, I'd say maybe try one more. I want you just to come into Tadasana, let your arms dangle by your side. You might shake out your wrists. And just notice how you feel. Whenever I teach this in public classes, people are giggling, they're laughing. It makes you feel giddy. Holy moly, I left the ground. I haven't done that in 38 years. Oh, I just gave away my age. All right, other side. Left knee bends. Right, so straighten that left leg. Let's go slow the first time. Hands land. You don't want to hesitate when you go in real time and then the foot lifts. All right, so left knee up. Straighten the leg. Now use your momentum to find that swing. Right, use the belly, use the ribs knitted in. And then just try it. Keep going, right? You have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain in your body, in your brain, and your heart. Whoa. Let's say 2 more. And then let your body stand tall, close your eyes. And just notice how your body feels. A little heart. Slow it down with some breath. We're coming down, guys. You flew. You took a leap. You took a risk. Inhale, reach your arms open. Exhale, big dive over your legs. Release your spine. Take a half lift and move the blocks out of your way. Just meet me in a downward facing dog. Hold this down dog for 3 breaths. I need to get a clock. It's true. Okay, good. 5 minutes. Yeah, let the breath come back. Lift your right leg up. Bend your knee and open up your hip like crazy. You can go into the back bend here. You can do everything you haven't done. Straighten and square your right leg. Come into a pigeon. Bring the knee behind the wrist. Your right leg is on a slant. If pigeon doesn't feel good in your knees, don't worry. Do a figure 4 on your back. Or fold forward into this pigeon. Let your head relax. Let your shoulders round forward. Allow those hips now to externally rotate, right? They were totally internally rotated that whole practice. And just breathe. So whatever truth you've landed on in this time, in this quarantine, in this changing of the world, whatever deep work that you've done, even if it hasn't seemed that you've done deep work, you have. We've all slowed down. So you hear this truth now and what's holding you back from doing it. Because you know now even more it's the right thing. Okay, lift yourself all the way up, roll into your right hip. Janusharshasana, right foot on the inner left leg. Take your left forearm to the inner left leg, reach your right arm up. And now, whatever you want to do with your right arm here, I'm cool with. You can even like back bend. This is all about spaciousness. I've asked you to contain this whole class. How much can you open up now? Lift yourself all the way up. It's a little joy pose. Right hand behind you. Lift your hips, lengthen your left arm, lengthen your left leg. Find the back bend. Like really sit into that back bend. It's going to feel yummy. Lower your hips down. Then just look over your right shoulder, downward facing dog. Just step your way back, nothing fancy. Reach your left leg up, bend your knee and yawn open that hip. Get really expansive. Straighten and square your leg. Come into your pigeon pose. Shanana slant, uncurl your right toes. And take whatever hip opener is right for you. Right? People don't tell you that if pigeon doesn't feel good in your knees and your ankles, don't do it. Don't do anything that doesn't feel good in your body. Right? You know. Like to the figure 4 on your back, pigeon. Any other hip opener you know at home, feel free to take right now. This is all about opening. Because once you fly, once you risk, once you take the leap, you are so open to what's ahead of you, right? You have every opportunity because you've honored what you know to be true. I don't know if you guys have a tattoo on my rib. It's Om Namah Shivaya, which is a mantra which means honor your inner truth. Honor the inner Shiva, the inner thing that you know. But once you honor it, then you have to take the leap, right? It's a 2-step process. Okay, lift yourself all the way up, spin to the right, Janusharshasana. Sole of that left foot on the inner right leg. Right forearm lowers, left arm lifts. And then just make this about the space into the left side of your body. You can open your body up. Okay, take what you need, leave what you don't. Come all the way back up. Joint pose, left hand behind you, right arm lengthens, right leg lengthens, open your chest. Lower your hips back down. This time you're just going to scoot your legs over in front of you. Take the soles of the feet together. Take the forearms under the shins and just bow your chin. If you have a block handy, you can always take the block under your feet. Little Tarasana. Let the head drop, let the shoulder and arm forward. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let a sigh go out of the mouth. Come all the way up. And then just find a comfortable seated position. After we sign off, if you'd like to take your own Shavasana at home, you have carte blanche. But as you sit tall, right when you started the practice, take your left hand to your heart, take your right hand on top of it, and bow your chin. So in just 40-some minutes, we physically prepared ourselves with the right foundation to fly. And you can do that in your life too. You honor what you know. You get the right foundation on which to take the leap. And then you jump. Let's finish the practice with the sound of one O. Take a nice big breath in. Turn this into a prayer between your eyebrows, and we'll bow forward wherever you are and say Namaste. That means even though we are apart, we are together. Thank you for joining me today, guys. Every Monday, every Friday at noon, it changes every class. So every class you're gonna get something different. A new Dharma lesson, new shapes. So we won't go upside down every week, but today we did. I hope you all had a great practice. And thanks, guys. Reach out, DM me, Sarrah Strimel Yoga. I have my own damn good yoga classes. All of it's on my Instagram. But I will see you guys next week on Monday at noon. Thanks, Ling. Love you, girl. And yeah, and thank you to the Mark Messier for that amazing intro. I'm so, so lucky to be here. All right, go live your lives.